Hi, I'm Professor Wu, and I teach the course in Contemporary Artist Books, as well as a course in the history of the book. The Contemporary Artist Books class studies this particular genre of the book. What is an artist book? It is an original investigation into the form of the book for aesthetic purposes. It is usually made by a single creator, executing each element of the book by hand. It explores one or more elements of the book in an innovative way, such as the covers, the typography, the relation of image to text, the page as a visual field, the structural elements of the book, including the binding, and the kinetic manipulation of the book in order to read it. This course is included in the curriculum because artist books, growing in popularity among institutional and private collectors, occupy space in many special collections in public and academic libraries. An artist book can be as simple as an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper. This one, called I'm Bushed, was made by Ted Cronin during the senior George Bush's presidency. 20 copies were sent to the White House, and all 20 were returned with a letter from Barbara Bush saying thanks, but no thanks. An artist book can utilize ephemera, such as postcards. This tunnel book, called Elevated in New York, shows scenes on girders in mid-air during the construction of skyscrapers and high-rises in New York City. Another tunnel book, My Garden at Weeding Height, is based on drawings of the artist's garden seen from Weeding Height. An artist book can take the form of a child's toy, such as this one, in the form of the Jacob's Ladder. It's called In Adam's Fall Sinned We All, and it explores the sculptural possibilities of the page as well as the falling action in the operation of the book itself. An artist book can become a sculptural artifact. This one is made of shredded dollar bills and is called Devalued. It's also made, the covers, of plaster pennies cast from a mold made by the sculptor Tom Otterness. Miranda Mears, after reasonable research, replicates a timeline. She's recorded every date and conflict of war in recorded history on paper reminiscent of wallpaper, presumably because that was the longest paper available to accommodate such a theme. The use of the wallpaper may also comment on the fact that the design of wallpaper usually fades into the background. This one doesn't. The book Absence is in memory of the Twin Towers that fell on 9/11. It starts at the beginning of the book at the apex of the building, represented by a pinprick. And as you flip through the pages, the action of reading the book enacts a fall and a collapse until you reach the end of the book, or the bottom of the building, the ground floor, which is notable for its sense of void and absence. In the history of the book class, we look at some historical examples of bindings, such as this Coptic binding. It is the first articulation of the book as we know it, emerging in the 1st or 2nd century AD after thousands of years of dominance of the papyrus scroll. Another early form of the codex book is this vellum binding. The pages are sewn with headbands, functional headbands, on pigskin thongs, which are then laced onto a vellum cover. It is a totally non-adhesive binding. I hope after seeing these examples, you'll consider enrolling in the Contemporary Artist Books class. It is a visual and intellectual treat and gives you a window in how to care for, curate, and collect these books. You may well wind up working in a special collections one day that includes artist books, and you will know everything about them.